right. Welcome back, Lady Charts. I hope everyone is staying warm right now. I know we've had incredibly cold temperatures and folks may be experiencing rolling blackouts. I'll comment more on how we're going to try to approach that in a minute. As we move into day two of the conference, we've got more yoga, data, insight, and fun to share. And again, I know we're experiencing historic weather, and I know folks may experience power outages or already have. We hope people are staying warm, and we understand and encourage folks to step away to take care of what they need to. We're here to do the work of promoting sustaining health equity and building community power. And that sustaining work takes having basic needs met first. So, just like yesterday, this is a Do What Works for You conference. I'll remind you, we're recording different sessions. Obviously, if you're there and able to be in them, you can have those interactive moments. But if for any reason you have to step away, do what's best for you, and these sessions will be recorded and available later. So a lot of yesterday's content focused on how we organize and evaluate our work. The keynote and many of the workshops today will engage you in the what topics drive our collective work, discussing the finer details and data that helps us make informed decisions, illuminating the intellectual intersection where ethics and evidence converge. So we're so excited to get to dive into that content with you today. We're going to have some workshops up top and then a keynote later with Dr. Joya Creer-Perry. I'll mention more about that in a second. Before I dive into a bit more about the agenda, just some quick housekeeping items. In case you weren't with us yesterday, I just want to remind folks up front and that this is a small nonprofit, the Take Control team, which is Metriarch's convening partner, right? And Metriarch's a collaborative of so many partners, but it's our small nonprofit team doing these logistics. So in advance, thank you for your grace and flexibility. Some of us, including room hosts, could experience, some of these power outages. If at any time you get kicked out of a session or it just closes out, give it a minute and then just hop back in. It might just take a minute for someone to get back online. And again, thanks in advance for your flexibility with that. And then if at any time you're having technical difficulties or you're having trouble accessing the link to the room you're seeking to go to or the workshop you want to attend, if you come right back to this link, this main stage area, oh, I just used air quotes. Okay, anyway, this main stage area, someone will be here to help you navigate and get where you're trying to go. To get to any of those workshop spaces that are in more traditional Zoom meeting rooms instead of this webinar format, you can click links in your program, which is at metriarchok.org/program. You can see that link in the top corner of the slide here, and then it'll also be available in the chat later when it's time to go to workshops. So getting a bit more into today's agenda, just like yesterday, in a few minutes, we're going to have a healing justice moment, once again with Reverend Yadini Hailu. So we're going to kick off with that just to really ground ourselves and gear up for the day. And then later this afternoon, we'll reconvene on the main stage after we dive into a few rounds of workshops for first the Data Maven of the Year Award announcement, and then a closing keynote from Dr. Joya Creer-Perry, who's a thought leader in the realm of health equity and president of the National Birth Equity Collaborative. And then if you have the energy, stick around at the end of the day. After that, we'll be closing out with some women's health trivia and a special message from RuPaul's Drag Race star, Mrs. Kasha Davis, for the Mavens after party. And once again, all attendance is optional. I really want to reiterate, this is a do what you need to, take your 2 feet to whatever virtual space you need to be in or elsewhere if, as needed. Take the time and space you need for yourself. We know and continue to be thankful to have gotten to share this conference experience with all of you. So we're going to have this healing justice moment in a minute. And then at 10:30, you'll be going to workshops after a preview of what's coming up this coming year and in the future with Metriarch and the work the collaborative is up to. And again, to access the workshops, you can click links in your program. Brandy will provide those links in the chat. Page 3 has all the links in one place. And then to learn more about your options, you can check out page 12. Again, we'll be getting into those workshops in the first round of those at 10:30. But first, we are going to have our healing justice moment with Reverend Yadini Hailu. So thankful that she can be here with us again today. Thank you again. And here's Reverend Hailu.